Welcome to Play to Win, where we play to win. I'm Dylan.
And I'm Cameron. This week we're joined by renowned MTG artist Jesper Ejsing to figure out which Jesper Ejsing commander is best in cEDH.
Hi everyone, my name is Jesper Ejsing. I am a commander player and a Magic the Gathering artist. Today I want to play one of my own babies, Ubeka Brute Chronologists. I'm hoping to take insane amount of extra turns and just beat the crap out of these nice guys.
So we have Jesper on Ubeka midrange. I'm playing Zerta Monolith combo. Tyler's playing Fibblethip Lost and Found, and Cam's playing You're Locked Out of the Game. Begin! I'm going to start us off. Everybody good?
Yep.
Cool.
All right, draw card. Play a Buried Ruin, cast a Grafdigger's Cage.
It is not good since that is my main win
You
con.
got a mental misstep in that opener?
No, we're gonna turn one force.
Ooh, ouch. Okay, you're on a mulligan too. That feels good, I think.
Yeah, it feels great, but I can't win through that card, so.
Yep, that makes sense. That's it. Pass my turn.
All right, well, I'll get a draw here. I'm going to play a City of Brass Lotus Petal. I'm going to crack Lotus Petal for black, lose a life, go down to 39, and I'm going to cast a Chain of Mephistopheles.
That's fucking insane.
I will pass the turn. Yeah, turn one chains. That's pretty something.
So I draw for turn. Wooded Foothill, crack it. I go to 39. Volcanic Island, tap the island for Mana Vault, tap the Mana Vault for Talisman of Dominance, and tap this and the last one for Grim Monolith, and then I'm done.
Draw for turn. I'll play a Scalding Tarn and pass turn.
Untap. Draw a card. I'm going to play a Pillar Verge Pathway, and that's it. I'm just going to pass my turn.
I'll draw. We'll play a Swamp Chalice on 1.
Hell yeah. Let's fire off an Enlightened Tutor in response.
I'm gonna crack Scalding Tarn.
You're a son of a bitch.
I sure am. I'll get a Snow-Covered Island, and I'm gonna cast a Dispel targeting Enlightened Tutor.
I have nothing else to say about Chalice.
I will pass the turn.
In my upkeep, I'm tapping 4 to untap Mana Vault, and I draw for turn. Verdant Catacombs, I go down to 38, find a black blue, Dark Confidant, and then I will say go.
Draw. I'm gonna cast a Chrome Box, exile Windfall.
Yep, pretty good. That one doesn't seem very good right now.
Yeah, it doesn't seem great. This feels awful, but I think I cast Fibblethip anyway, and rummage. Casting Fibblethip. Okay, so I'll have a Chains Replacement effect here. I'm gonna discard Stifle, draw a card. Pass turn.
Draw a card. Play a mountain. Let's get Zerta out here. That's it.
All right, I'll draw. Snow Cover Swamp. I'm going to go down to 37, and we're going to get Ensnaring Bridge out. I will pass.
How many cards in your hand?
I have 3, so it's not going to matter right now.
I untap, I have a Dark Confidant trigger first. I put it into my hand, it's not even a draw. Perfect.
Yeah.
Flooded Strand, so I'm good, and I draw for turn. I'll crack the Flooded Strand. 37. Badlands.
Can't find Badlands with Flooded Strands. Jesper, come on.
I think I'm just gonna cast Ubeka Brute Chronologist. And I'm gonna hit Cameron for 2.
That's fair. I'm at 35.
Pass the turn?
Untap. Draw. I will play an island. Move to combat. Cameron, I'll attack you for 1.
I'm at 34.
We'll get him, don't you worry. Pass turn.
Untap. Draw a card. I'm going to play a Sunbaked Canyon. I'll cast Fellwar Stone, and I'll fire off a Jeska's Will. Jesper, you had 4?
I have 4 cards, yeah.
I think that's the most, right? So, yeah, I'll choose you. I'll get a Recruiter of the Guard, a Possibility Storm, a Magna Brazen Outlaw. Not the best, but I at least get something. Man, I wish that 4 mana was more than 4 mana. That Possibility Storm seems a little fun until all this other shit. Cast the Brazen Outlaw, Magda. I'm going to go to combat. Cameron, you said you had how many? 3 cards or 2?
Yeah, I have 3, so Zerta can swing.
Hell yeah, Zerta's coming in for 3 while I can.
Down to 31.
That's it for me. Pass my turn. These cards get exiled.
Draw. I'm at the point now where I just got to get cards out of my hand. We're going to let our Dark Ritual get countered. Pay a life going down to 30 to cast a Sphere of Resistance.
Great.
Pass. My sequence of how I did things, if I would have cast the Sphere of Resistance instead of the Chalice when I did, that Dark Ritual I had was still going to net me a mana, and I would have been able to do more things off of that then, too.
So 6, so much fun. How many cards in your hand?
I have 2 now.
I untap for turn. I show Dark Confidant. It's a last chance. Woo! And I lose 2 life. And then I draw for turn. Dang. Cameron, I hate you.
It is very difficult to be the Stax player when you have a guest on the show because, like, you want them to feel invited and to come back.
Confident at you, Cameron.
Yeah, I'll take it. Down to 28.
I'll tap mana, won't play a Fellwar Stone. I think I want to take an extra turn. So I untap, go to my next turn. I'll lose 1 life. Dark Confident trigger. It's a Toxic Deluge. And I draw for turn. Astra Oddmaker. Beginning of combat, I will discard a card. I'm not going to use that. And then I want to attack you again, Cameron, with Dark Covenant.
Down to 26.
I have to draw and discard Imperial Seal, discard Time Twister. And then I'll draw 2 cards. Before I lose, I will tap Obeka to stop my losing trigger.
Untap. Draw.
Hey, it worked! Obeka, an extra turn worked!
You did it, you're doing it,
This
you're
is
doing stuff.
fantastic!
Cast Mox Amber. Move to combat. Cameron, I'm going to come at you for
It
1.
costs 1. The
Yeah, Mox Amber
costs
costs
It does, you're right. And pass turn.
Draw a card. Cameron, let's come at you. Mag the trigger. I will make a treasure here. Pass my turn.
Draw. I can pay 1 and 2 life down to 21 for Noxious Revival targeting Lotus Petal.
Gets countered.
You're right. There we go.
Exactly what you wanted to happen.
That is what I mean, I have to get cards out of my hand somehow. I'm gonna opt to go down to 20 here to also put Veil of Summer in my grave. I'm down to 1 card in my hand, so good luck trying to hit me now.
Oh, I will.
Untap, lose 1 life to Mana Won't Confidant. It's a command tower. Play a command tower. I will play Necropotence.
Cast Delay.
I'm done.
Untap. Draw. Play a Prismatic Vista. I'm going to move to combat. Cameron, I'll attack you for 1.
19.
Pass to Dylan.
I'm going to sacrifice my Sunbaked Canyon to try to draw a card, which means I'm going to have to discard a card first, obviously, because of the chains. So I'll discard this Pyroblast, which isn't doing anything. Draw a card. Untap. Draw a card. All of my cards either make things worse for everyone or worse for me. I think I'm just going to pass.
All right. This is exactly what I wanted. I'm going to draw. I'm going to go to 18, and I'm going to play... I'm going to play a Collector Oof.
Fucking hell!
Oh, jeez.
Oh, man, we're fucked. I am so dead.
What's the matter with you, Cameron? You don't want to have friends.
Yeah, dude, I can't. That's so funny. Yeah. All right. Yep. Let's find a win condition for Cameron. Get on to game 2.
All right. I will pass.
I have a delay trigger. Might as well spend 4 mana to untap my mana wall so I don't hurt from it. Dark Confidant. It's a mystical tutor. I will lose 1 life. I'll go to 29. Draw a card. Swamp. Pass the turn.
And step, I'm going to crack this Prismatic Vista going to 37 to get another island out of my deck. Let's move to combat. Cameron,
I'll take 1.
pass turn.
Okay. Draw for my turn. Pass turn.
I'll untap. I draw. Finally got another land. I have to pass here, though.
Untap. Remove a Necropotence trigger. Dark Confidant trigger. It's a Warrior's Oath. I lose 2 life. Drawing for turn. Take an extra turn with Warrior's Oath. Untap. My extra turn, I remove the delay counters on Necropotence.
You still have to pay 1 more mana for it to come into play.
Okay, I'll play a black. The Dark Confidant I still have, so I will show a Blood Crypt, play the Blood Crypt tapped, and I will set aside 7 cards. Let me just sequence this right. So I'll set aside 7 cards.
To respond to the Warriors of Trigger on the stack.
That's what I'm gonna do. But I'm still gonna have to discard a lot of cards. Discard Mystic Remora, Warborg, Wheel of Fortune, Chrome Mox, Arcane Signet. I'll exile them. I am done.
Necropotence is really kind of showing how strong it is right here, because normally a big draw engine like this would be shut off by something like a Chains of Mephistopheles, but Jesper is still able to push through, especially combined with Dark Confidant, allowing him to get ahead on cards without actually drawing cards that would be stopped by the Chains of Mephistopheles.
Untap. Draw. I'll move to combat. Cameron, I would like to attack you with a Fibblethip.
I'm going to take 1 more. 16.
Pass to you, Dylan.
Draw a card. Let's pay 1 mana for this Lotus Petal. That can't do anything. I'm not really sure if this is right to add to the stacks party, but I'm going to cast Aetherstone Canonist. Faster.
Draw for turn. I'll take a life, go down to 15, and cast Jeska's Will. Exile 3. So we have Root Maze, Sylvan Safekeeper, and Manglehorn. I can't keep any of them, so they're all going to stay exiled, and I will pass the turn.
Untap, Dark Confidant trigger, Pact of Negation, I will lose 0. I will play a Mox Opal, 1 mana, Spire of Industry. I'll play Toxic Deluge for free, sacrifice 3 life.
Yeah, that's fine. I've got nothing for that.
My guys are dead.
Fibblethip goes to command zone.
This means all of a sudden we can use our artifacts again. For dark side, 8 treasures. I'm gonna set 5 cards aside. Pay 5 life, so I go down to 12. And then I have to go to discard. Dark Ritual is off, Swan Song. Tap to respond to the exile trigger and keep them in the graveyard.
Okay.
And I'm done.
Draw. Pay 5. Cast Fibblethip. Chains will replace the draw. I will discard a Mental Misstep and draw.
I
Pass the
don't
turn.
actually know how we can win now.
Draw a card. I'll play a Battlefield Forge. I'll sacrifice this Lotus Petal. 6 total mana and cast Zerta for the 2nd time. That's it for me. Pass my turn.
All right, I'll go to draw. Pass the turn.
Untap, I can draw. I can attack you, Cameron, with a dark side.
Before blocks, to pay another life, go to 14, and I'm going to flash in an Opposition Agent.
Pact of Negation, pay 1 mana.
Yeah, that's fine. So I'll take 1.
Transmute, model the mixture.
You gotta have Cyclonic Rift somewhere in there, right?
Yep, there it is. Side Rift. Yeah, pass the turn.
Sure. Steel enchantment targeting necropotence.
Right.
Oh yeah.
I will pay 17 life and go to 20. Necropotence. Let's move to combat. Cameron, I will swing at you for 1.
Down to 12.
Going to my end step, these go to my hand, and then I will have a tremendous amount of discarding to do here. I am discarding.
I'm gonna draw a card. Put a Grim Monolith onto the stack. I'm gonna tap it for 3 mana, untap it with 2 of that mana.
Okay, I want a Side Rift now.
Tap this for a colorless, and in response to Cyclonic Rift, use the extra mana that Grim Monolith made and try to untap it again. This isn't mana. I have no other mana. This is activations.
Cast Winds of Rebuke targeting Grim Monolith. We each mill 2 cards.
Milling,
What's the
Utopia
pressure?
Sprawl, and Torpor.
The untap triggers Fizzle, and then we have Cyclonic Rift still on the stack.
I'm gonna sack this for a red in response to Cyclonic Rift.
Jesper, don't forget you have the Necropotence in your hand again now.
Yes.
That was actually kind of a weird decision point that I had to make there. At this point, I understand that this is the last round of this game, no matter what. Tyler just drew 20 cards, and Jesper just tutored for Cyclonic Rift and has been drawing extra cards every turn. So I know that this is it. I have no more chances. This is my last hurrah. But I'm also put in a kind of strange spot. If I go for my win now, I know that Jesper has to go for a Cyclonic Rift. That's okay because I have a second activation's worth of mana that I can go for it again. But I probably can't get through Tyler's 20 cards that he just drew. Granted, he just only kept 7 of them, but I have to assume some of them are counterspells. So it kind of puts me in a weird situation where I have to expect that Tyler is going to interact with me, which means that he can't interact with Jesper when it goes back to Jesper's turn. So in a weird way, I give Jesper an advantage here, but if I don't try to go for a win right now, I completely take myself out of the game and I have no chances of winning whatsoever.
Your only hope is that I played the correct stacks piece into what Jesper does.
I have a couple of things that I have to cross my fingers for. The first one being that Tyler just doesn't counter the Grim Monolith and then doesn't have a removal for it. Do you know what I mean? I have to assume that Tyler will assume that Jesper is going to be Cyclonic Rifting so that Tyler does not counter it and then Tyler doesn't have something else. That's unlikely, but it is a possibility. It is a world that he kind of bricked off of his Necro. It's just kind of a bummer that I'm kind of put in this position where I sort of have to king make Jesper, but if I don't do that, I don't win at all. And yes, I could activate my Grim Monolith again to untap again, and theoretically I would be able to make infinite mana here, but my outlet in my hand is a Fireball, so I need a red mana plus infinite mana to be able to actually kill the table. It's a strange and difficult situation. I thought I had to just try to go for it. I haven't been able to do much this game, and this was the only spot to do it. It's just, it's just a difficult decision. I'll cast Faithless Looting now that I can. Aha. Draw 2. I'm going to discard Wheel of Fortune and Grim Monolith. I'll play an Arid Mesa, and then I'll pass my turn.
I'll draw for turn. Lose a life, go down to 11. I'm going to cast Your Lock here. Tap land into play, and then pass.
Okay, I know what you're thinking. Cameron, what the fuck? I'm so far behind. If I cast any of these stacks pieces, they're gonna set me behind even farther. Like, the chalice hits me, the sphere hits me, I have no mana. What do I need mana? You know what my commander gives me? Mana. And it's finally gonna get me to a point where I can, start dealing damage to the table and finally get through some of the slow slugs. So if I can set up a situation where Tyler has to deal with Jesper, I think maybe we're okay.
End step, I'm gonna cast Mystical Tutor. Put Peer into the Abyss on top of my library. Untap, and I lose a life. Mana Vault. Draw Peer into the Abyss. I will play Mox Diamond and discard Luxury Suite. Cast Peer into the Abyss on myself.
Tyler, you got anything for this?
No response.
Nice.
I was certain that Cameron would replay Chains.
Yeah, that's what I was thinking would happen too.
I go to 5. And then I draw half my library. 56. That's 28 cards, right?
Yep.
Okay, I'll cast the Isocon Scepter. Imprint Dramatic Reverse. I guess now I have endless mana. Then I want to cast the Etherflux Reservoir.
Oh, there we go.
Yeah, that's
That'll
pretty
do
good.
it.
And then I want to cast Dramatic Reversal 1,000 times.
We're dead. We really don't see Icecrown Scepter Dramatic Reversal much anymore. Thassa's Oracle Demonic Consultation kind of really took that slot, but if you remember even a year ago, this was the win condition of the format. Normally paired with Thrasios, making infinite mana and drawing your whole deck, but laser beaming everyone with Aetherflux Cannon also works. For me, this was like the combo that I started playing with in cEDH, so every time I see it, it's very nostalgic for me.
Let's go to game 2, and this time I'm gonna try to sequence things better.
Draw for turn. I will play Command Tower. Root Maze.
I'm gonna mental misstep that.
Great, okay.
It's insane.
Well, I'll pass then.
Scaling Tawny Island. Underground Sea and tap that to play Mana Wall. Woo! And I'm good to go.
Draw, play a polluted delta, crack the polluted delta right away, go find a land, cast a Mox Diamond, discard a snow-covered island to Mox Diamond, pay 2 life to cast a Gitaxian Probe targeting Dylan. I will draw a card from Git Probe, cast a Grim Monolith. Pass the turn.
Draw a card. Ancient Den, cast Mana Crypt, cast Arcane Signet. I'm going to tap that for Sensei's Divining Top, and I'm just going to take a peek right now and activate top. Put them back like this, and pass my turn.
Alright, I'll draw. I'll play a land, put a Wild Growth on that land, cast a Soul Ring, cast an Ensnaring Bridge. Pass. I have 3 in hand.
Untap, draw for turn, Volcanic Island, and say pass.
Draw. I'm tapping Grim Monolith to generate 3. I'm going to use 2 and 1 blue with Mox Diamond here to cast a Rhystic Study. I'll use the other 1 plus a blue and cast Pibblethip.
Yep.
Draw a card. And pass the turn.
Odds to take damage. No damage, it's an even. Draw for turn. Play a Scalding Tarn. Cast Weathered Wayfarer.
May I draw a card?
I will pay 1 with this Mana Crypt so that you may not. Fetch with Scalding Tarn. Go down to 39. Go get a Plateau. I still have 1 mana floating from this Mana Crypt. I'm going to use it to activate Sensei's Divining Top.
Hey, this is already a quite different game. Because Cameron decided to play fair.
Well, no, that's not what happened. You just countered the Root Maze.
Activate top 2, draw a card, and put top on top. Cast a Fellwar Stone. I'm not going to play for that Rhystic Study. You can draw. And then that's it. I will pass my turn.
I'll draw. Pay for Rhystic Study, Year Lock. That's all that I have, though. I'll pass.
End step, I want to see if I can cast a Mystical Shooter. I'm paying for the Rhystic Study. I will find this card. I heard it's good. I will put it on top.
Is that an ad nauseum?
Yeah. On top row, Spire of Industry. I want to cast Ad Nauseam. And I'll pay a life for Spire of Industry and go down to 36.
May I draw a card with Rhystic Study?
Yes, you can draw a card with Rhystic Study. I'll start flipping and see what we get. Okay, I'll take 29. I'll play Lions on Diamond.
Do you pay 1?
Nope. I'll play Mystical Mora and I won't pay 1 either. And then I'll go to discards. I'm discarding Cephalid Coliseum, Steam Winds, Berlin Catacombs, Swamp, Last Chance, Toxic Deluge, and Demonic Consultation.
Untap.
Yes.
Draw Snow-Covered Island. Cast a Mana Crypt.
Are you paying?
No, I will not pay.
Draw a card.
Cast Tezzeret the Seeker.
So you're not paying 1 extra.
I am not paying 1 extra. I'm gonna +1 to untap 2 artifacts, Grim Monolith and Mox Diamond.
You could have searched the staff, couldn't you?
Yeah, I didn't think it was right to, and because I couldn't open up mana at the same time.
Yeah.
Cast Time Twister.
Whoa, are you paying 1 extra?
I am not.
Force of Will pitching Chain of Vapor.
May I draw a card?
Yes, you may.
Move phases, so I'll take 1 damage from the floating mana, going to 36. Pass turn.
You're doing work, Cameron. You're doing work.
Upkeep. I'll roll for Crypt. No damage. Nice. I will draw for turn. Cast Sensei's Divining Top.
You pay 4 extra.
1 extra.
Yes, you both can draw on that. Activate top, draw card. Put that on top. Activate Weather Wayfarer. Since Jesper controls 3 lands, I'll go search for land to put into my hand. I'll find Inventor's Fair. And I'm going to play Inventor's Fair as my land for turn. Pass my turn then.
Go to mine. I'll draw for turn. I'm going to go to combat. I'm going to swing Year Lock at Jesper.
I'm taking 4. I'm going down to 11.
Use Soul Ring to activate Year Lock so everyone gets Jund mana. 6, leave a green floating, and then cast Inferno Titan.
May I draw a card?
You may draw a card, Tyler. All 3 damage on Tezzeret there.
Alright, Tezzeret goes to 2.
That is all that I am going to do.
I'm going to use that mana. I'm going to sacrifice my Inventor's Fair, pay 4, 1 of this Fellwar, and 3 of that Jund. I'll search with Inventor's Fair. I'm going to get Grim Monolith. That's it.
I'm going to lose 1 life going down to 38 because I had a green floating.
I go to
I'm going
33.
down to 8. I'm not paying for fish. I lose 1 life. Draw for turn. Play a land. Demonic Tutor.
May I draw a card?
Yes. Isochron Scepter.
May I draw a card?
Yes. I'll put Dramatic underneath, even though I can't do much about it right now. Yeah, I think that's more or less what I can do. Done.
I will roll for Metacrypt, taking 3 damage. Going to 30 to rest a turn. I will play an island, transmute Muddled Mixture. I will find Dramatic Reversal. +1 Tezzeret to untap target Mox Diamond and Grim Monolith. I still have 1 floating. Tap Grim Monolith to float an additional 3 colorless, up to 4. I'd like to use 2 Arcane Signet. Transmute Artifact. So I'll sack Grim Monolith, find an Isochron Scepter to put out.
Just as a side note, I did it first.
You did. It's true. Isochron Scepter enters the battlefield. Try to imprint Dramatic Reversal. I'm gonna pay 2 and activate it and attempt to demonstrate an infinite blue and colorless mana loop. I got 1 billion mana. Cast a Karn the Great Creator. I'm gonna cast a Copy Artifact, and I'm going to target Isochron Scepter. I will imprint Swan Song.
Nice, the birds.
I'm going to cast a Basalt Monolith. I'm going to cast a Ponder. I'm going to put them back in this order and then draw a card. I'm going to cast a Fabricate. Proteus Staff to hand. With Proteus Staff, I can put Fibblethip on the bottom and then effectively reorder my entire deck, which will allow me to go get and put on top Nexus of Fate, and then I will repeat that over and over, casting Nexus of Fate, so I should have infinite turns. From there, I can also obviously pile Swan Songs to generate enough birds to kill you all on one of those subsequent turns after Summoning Sickness has passed.
Fantastic.
I even had Manglehorn to kill my Ensnaring Bridge.
Oh, you had those on your hand? You would have won in your turn.
I was ready to go on my turn, but once that Karn came down, I'm like, damn, I can't even get a win on my turn now, even if he could mess up somehow.
Just want to be clear, you're dying to stupid birds with my dumb face on them, not just regular birds.
I have to give it to Tyler because he could have done this a little while ago, but he took his time. He played the Rhystic Study first. He baited out the counterspell and the Time Twister, and he really wanted to make sure that he was ready to win when he tried to go for a win. I think this was a great sequencing of plays on his end.
Yeah, he did a really good job setting this whole thing up.
Zerta came close again, but I feel like I was always just a little turn off. I don't know if I should have mulliganed more aggressively or should I have went for a win a little bit earlier. Game 1, I really couldn't get through any of the stacks pieces, and Game 2, Tyler just out-card advantaged me and got there a turn too early. I had the win on my turn, I just couldn't get to my turn.
Turns out when the deck's called "You're locked out of the game," it was referring to me, the player, the entire time.
Thank you so much for watching. If you'd like to support us directly, you can do so on Patreon.
If you want to get some of our awesome t-shirts or sweatshirt designs, check out our Bonfire store.
If you want to pick up any of the cards you saw today, we have a TCG Player affiliate link down below that helps out the channel. And if you want to pick up some cool altar sleeves to customize your deck, we have an affiliate link for them down below as well.
Our tokens are still available if you email your Black Lives Matter receipt to playtowinmtg@gmail.com. We'll ship some out to you there. We also have our awesome bird, vampire, and spirit tokens available on our website too.
We also have a podcast. We just recently did one with Jim from the Spike Feeders. If you'd like to check that out on Spotify, iTunes, or watch it right here on YouTube.
And of course, everything we talked about today can be found on playtowinmtg.com, including playmats. Thanks for watching.
See you guys next time.
Today we're trying to figure out, I think just saying Jesper Ejsing Commander is best. Is the shortest way that we're going to do it.
We're trying to figure out which commander painted by Jesper Ejsing is the best in cEDH.
We just include like this 5-minute argument in the front.
I like how we like.
Let's throw it to them. Let us know in the comments how you would have introduced this video.
Thanks, Jesper. All right, making this a headache. God.